Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Airsoft Al, and today we'll be taking apart and modifying the Voodoo shotgun. I know what a lot of you are about to say, but Al, you just got this gun! Like, no joke, I actually got this gun a couple weeks ago. However, I put this thing through rigorous testing. I have a score for it already, I just have to put it through combat, which, okay, here's the thing. I already technically reviewed this, and I have the final score down. I will have a written review on HHN's website about this shotgun. Now, I'm going to get some combat footage of this you know, I can't even call it a shotgun. It's basically a pump rifle, which is why I have the scope on here. But all I gotta do is get the combat footage for this thing, and then bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Done, you get what I'm saying. Either way, though. Today, I'm going to show you how to basically open this bad boy up, and I'm going to actually check a few things about this, because there are some things on this that I don't like, which I did talk about in the review, and I want to disable the slam fire feature, and I'm going to see if I'm able to, or if we have the ability to, and if so, that will help, because God only knows that would actually very much so help. Let's see, I do have enough clearance to just basically take this off, so that's a good sign. Either way, what we're going to basically do is we're going to open her up, put a better spring in here, might put a tight bore barrel in there, I'm not sure. I'm basically just showing you how to open this bad boy up, and I'm going to basically do my thing to it. But either way, let's get into this. Let's begin, shall we? So, standing up instead of sitting, here's what we do. As always, we take off the sights. Well, first we take off the magazine, set that off to the side, take off the scope. Now, this is the first thing I'm going to show you guys, because this is actually something pretty cool. Oh, shit, this came off. This came loose, I mean. You're going to have to wrap more duct tape, or more electrical tape around this in order for this to fit a little bit better, more. Yeah, I'm going to have to put more electrical tape around this for this to actually fit, which is, not really a big issue, in my opinion. I'm going to set that up to the side. So, I know you're automatically seeing this hunk of not even giving a shit, in my opinion. Well, no worries, that does come off with a Phillips head screwdriver.
I just realized we can collect the screws. We'll use this fedora. So, let's go ahead and screw this.
I know I need a power tool, but, so I just don't have the time and money to actually get a power tool.
Now, a lot of you ask, this is, I want to say modeled after an 870. I want to say that because of the 870 style pump here, the barrel, the end cap, and the actual way it's designed kind of resembles an 870. But at the same time, I want to say this is sort of based off of, not an Ithaca, another shotgun that was kind of somewhat loosely based. And of course, the Picatinny rails are also holding this in. Why not? Or, yep, they are. The Picatinny rails are holding it in, so we are going to go ahead and screw those as well. Oh, I got a scratch, real quick. Oh my god, I had a scratch, I had an itch. Okay, I need another Phillips. Yeah, Phillips, there we go. And that doesn't work, what the hell? Okay, so what about, I don't know what the Phillips heads. I have no idea. There's set off somewhere? Apparently I did set up, oh, there it is. Duh. Grab that, there we go. Will it go in? Yes, it will. And of course, my Xbox is doing stuff, whatever. If you don't want this on here, and believe me, I understand. Go. I'll go ahead and pop that off. And of course that was holding it in place. Go, put this, which... Put the Picatinny rail. Yeah, I'll sit that there. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was holding it in place. Which I'm not a big fan of doing that. Like, if it was just these two screws here, which would hold it in place, I understand. But doing it like this, it's just a bit overkill in my opinion. And I'm saying it's overkill, so yeah, it's overkill. Because I'm a guy who rarely uses the word overkill in certain things. Considering that I actually want a grenade launcher, a minigun with a grenade launcher on it. There we go. Oh, okay, they actually have bolts onto the thing. And there we go. We actually have a very pretty shotgun now. That's actually really nice. That's a very pretty shotgun. Very pretty shotgun. Yeah, you got a part of mouth. And I just immediately showed my redneck side. Now, we're going to set this off to the side. If you don't want the buttstock on here, well, at least the tube, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take this small little bit here, unscrew this. If my hand will stand still, there we go. And just basically, let me go and unscrew that. There we go. Now, there's a problem with this. I mean this entirely, there is a problem with this because this buttstock right here is the only thing that's going to fit on here. I've tried putting my crane stock on here, I've tried putting others, they're just too tight. And this one is just too loose, so it's basically comically big, fucking buttstock, basically. There we go, set that aside. Now, if you want to get rid of this, you gotta unscrew these two, and then get this off. Okay. I had the chair over here so I could sit down while doing this, but I can't sit down while doing this. That's sad. That makes me sad. I'm a sad panda. Yep. Now, I know a lot of you were probably asking me earlier why I called this a pump rifle. Well, since it has a single barrel, it's technically a pump rifle. Now, I know a lot of people are probably confused by that statement. Here's the thing. There were pump-action rifles back in the day. I am going to explain this particular in the review as it comes along. See, back in the day, pump rifles were actually a really common sight at the fairgrounds. The pump rifles would be at the those shooting booths where the ducks would go back and forth. Those were a very common sight to see in the South, basically. Why? Because, well, when fairgrounds came around, that was kind of a thing you go to. You paid 25 cents or even less back then, I believe, and you go shoot some ducks. That's all you did. You just shoot some ducks. Okay, pull this off. Bing, bang, boom, done. Now, see here. There we go. I'll set this off to the side. By the way, I have checked. This stock does not work. Like, it legitimately will not work with this because of the way this back here is designed. It's just asinine, in my opinion. Such a missed opportunity. Anyway, when we got that done, we have to now take off the front cap here, which can be done with not that. Yep. Oh, wait, no, I got one of that's out. Huh. Well, they'll come out in their own time. But yeah, this is where it kind of comes a pain in the ass, because you have to take this off. For this off to the side. And then you would take this off, but it doesn't do so well, I'm afraid. That's where the pain in the ass part comes in. Because for some reason, this does not want to come off. I don't know why.
Oh, wait. That comes off. Well, shit. That's a first for me, actually. That's a design feature I wish they could have incorporated a little more. Okay, so with that off, we can basically unscrew this, which is what holds down the charging handle. Throw this off to the side here. Push this forward, and there you go. There's your pump, which you can actually replace if you want to. I'm gonna set that off to the side, and here we go. We are now fully able to access this tube here, which you have to... Hold up, is that thread on there, or is that just... No, that's just straight up glue. Son of a bitch. So this is actually glued on. Huh. Ain't that a bitch. Okay, so I melted the tube off, which was indeed threaded. I was correct on that. But what's interesting is this. There's a little pivot right here, which apparently keeps the BB in place, apparently. So it goes here, and then this goes on it. Or at least, that's the way it is. So, the way this thing is supposed to be set up, which is somewhat interesting in my opinion, is that this would go here. Now, apparently this is supposed to keep the BB somewhat in place, I think, when the tube goes in, or at least to help. I think, I know there's a lot here. And then, of course, the gum itself, which I don't think there is a gum. I don't think so, because the way this is designed, it looks like it's designed to be somewhat of a, like a three-piece, I think. Anyway. Can I just pop this out, maybe? Maybe? All I know is I'm not seeing a hop-up gum, only the hop-up nubs, which I believe you can see that? I'm not sure. Let me just... Because I'm pushing this forward here. You see that? Those are just the nubs. There's no gum. So that means all of it is completely... It's just... I don't know how to explain this. I really don't. But the barrel itself, because I have seen this system before with the M14 by AGM and S&T. And the barrel itself is this, which means if I want to put a better barrel in here, I'm going to have to believe... I got to figure it out, because this is interesting. This is actually really cool. I mean, basically, you have a free-floating barrel, in a sense, because the way it's designed is the barrel just sits here. The barrel sits here, while the hop-up... I can get this together so I can get the camera over here real quick. Let me get it all together, actually, because this is kind of cool. The barrel just hangs in there because of the grooves, and a little bit of it goes into the hop-up, which or at least into this device. And even then, it's interesting, because right here, there's still a cutout for magazine release, while the magazine release is built into the magazine. So, in reality, the way this is all designed is designed to be somewhat simple, but at the same time not simple, because I've got to figure out what this piece goes to. I got to figure out how to put this whole thing back together when I finally get back home. And believe me, I'm going to put it back together when I get back home, because this thing is just cool. I'm going to try and either put a better air seal in it or something. All I know is that this is a headache. It's somewhat of a headache, but at the same time, it's intriguing to look at, to try and break it down, how it mechanically works, which is awesome. I have to do research into this. I really do. Okay, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this vlog style, because it's a hell of a lot easier for me on editing. And I went and dug out a few things. One of those things being the original tube to the Gen 1 shotgun that was attached to the GameFace Tormentor, which is basically just a breacher shotgun with a... anyway, this is what's cool. The nozzle on this, the diameter of it is actually much more narrow, allowing it for more air to come out, I believe. At least I believe that's what it is. This one, however, this one is just a little bit wider on the nozzle than the Gen 1 nozzle. At least I say that. There's also the spring to take into consideration, but either way. That and the plastic on the polymer on the tubing itself is actually much more thick. A lot thicker, I guess you could say. Now here's the Gen 1 shotgun here. Now I'm using gens because really that's what they are. Also, this is modeled after a Remington 8, a Mossberg. This is modeled after a Mossberg, I found out. So, you know, there's that. This, the magazine was actually based on this, which is actually nice, which the mag whales on both are actually the same. So if I wanted to, I could find a way to put this magazine, which is a very nice, healthy magazine, in this shotgun, but sadly does not have a catch. Now, what's interesting about it, if I can get this apart, sucks using one hand, but hey, I gotta do this, right? Anyway, put that back in there. The way this is designed, it looks like I could actually basically do like this. I could cut this down a bit, like this here, and actually put in a mag release mechanism into this. Now, I could do that, but I'm not, because I don't want to. And I'm trying to figure out where this piece went, so I'm going to have to basically do detective here and figure out what each piece goes to, which that's going to be fun. But, you know what, that's kind of how it is. So I'm going to put these pegs in here, like that. Yeah, it's going to be fun trying to get the shotgun back up together. But, in any case, you could put a better spring in there if you can find the right dimension of spring. But the spring that's in here is already tight enough. So, in all honesty, you could, I said could, put a better spring if you get the right dimension spring. Now, the way the older tube's designed, and I believe I can do this, let's find that AEG spring. Okay, here's the AEG spring. I think I can put the spring in here. Yeah, I think, oh, damn, yeah, I actually, okay, so I can put the spring in this, but question comes down, am I going to have to modify it? Because the way it looks, I may have to actually modify the tube itself, but I might not have to. Now, I say that because that's the way it's looking, because I have to, yeah, I mean, as much as there's actually wide room in there, and it actually is somewhat getting in there, I mean, it's interesting, it really is, but the spring is a tad bit shorter than the original stock spring, which is going to prove a problem because there's a lot of travel room in there. Well, would be a lot of travel room if, didn't take into consideration a few other things. There is this one here, which does fit, but that's a little bit less of a That's not as strong a spring. I say that, but I wouldn't know. Now, here's this one. This one actually snugly fits in there. Really does, so... This one also snugly fits in there, so maybe I can get it to work. I'm just going to have to experiment with springs and see what I can get to work and what not to work, is what I'm getting at, because there's springs like this that's way too big for it and won't fit. So, AEG springs are a good design I want to go after. I might actually pull the I might actually pull the spring out of the version 2 gearbox from the M4 and actually pop in here, because that's got a good bit of power to it, and I would not mind having a bit of a power boost, really. So yeah, I might do that, which would be very nice. But either way, guys, I am open to suggestions on how to make this better, because here's the barrel. Now, as much as I would like to put some tape around it so it well, actually, hold on, that might not be a bad idea. Put some plumber's tape around the base here, maybe. Do that. I know I'm going to put some plumber's tape around this to help get a better air seal on it, but also the nozzle would be a good idea. So. There's some ideas. There really are. That I am wanting to experiment on, but either way, guys, if you have any thing, I'd like to hear your suggestions. Either way, guys, as always, I'm Airsoft Owl, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, please do consider to donate to our Patreon. And as always, guys, I'm an Airsoft Owl, and I'll see you guys next time.